Anybody that knows me knows I am absolutely awful. And keep it a secret. I'm just bad at it, y'all. Especially if it's a good secret, good news. I want to blast it off to the world. I want to give people their congratulations and so on and so forth. So even though we've had this deal set up for some time now, it was very hard for me not to say nothing. But it's officially out. All the press has been released, and I can say for this upcoming season, 2025-2026 season, me and my boys with the Enjoy Basketball team are going to be a part of NBC/Peacock. That's nuts. Growing up. Yes, we were singing that in the living room. All those VHS tapes back there, I would load up talking about the dynasty Chicago Bulls, and the first thing you will hear is Round Ball Rock. The fact that I am a part of their first year back having rights is nuts. But it's a long time coming. I want to tell you everything, but before that, I want to show you the video that we shot in order to announce, if you have not been on Twitter.
Kenny. Welcome, man. Welcome. Good to see you, man. Glad you figured that out over there.
I don't really know where I'm going. Can you help me out?
You're headed in the right direction, so let's keep that going.
Any tips for day one?
I mean, just don't mess it up. You want to get going?
Oh, yeah,
All right.
What's up, Kenny? How you doing, man? Good to see you, bro. How you
Good
doing?
to see you. Chilling, man. You know what? I'm looking for the studio. Can you help me out?
Yeah, it's this way, just like your son says. What is this? Come on, bro. I'm gonna head this way and get ready,
You
man.
said
It's a
it's
big
this way?
day. Yeah, that way. Go straight down.
Oh, it's Kenny. What's up, man? Welcome to the fam.
Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. It's Kenny Beecham. Is that Kenny?
So crazy. So crazy. Tracy McGrady, dog? Tracy McGrady? Carmelo Anthony? This is surreal, bro. Surreal, man. And I cannot be more happy. I cannot be more excited. I cannot be more appreciative to y'all that be watching either whether it's this channel or the podcast or anything. I can't get my foot in the door. I can't book that meeting with NBC if I have no viewers, if I have no subscribers, if I have no supporters. So again, anytime I do a video like this, making a big announcement, I have to make it very apparent that I am like in debt to y'all for watching the content. I am in debt for y'all, to y'all for, buying the Enjoy Basketball merch when we drop, to watching and listening to all of the shows put together, to reading the newsletter. None of the deals that we were able to ink is possible without your support. So again, thank you so very much. I'm going to give you a little peek behind the curtain though. And I'm not even gonna get this video vetted by my representation, so maybe it's a bad idea. But I kind of want to give you an idea of what my mindset was over these last couple months as things were trying to materialize. As you know, for the last year and a half, I was with Omaha/ESPN. Me and the boys, Numbers on the Board. We had a show on Tuesdays that aired on ESPN2 throughout the regular season and 2 times a week on ESPN2 during the postseason. It was amazing, right? I can say that I had a TV show on ESPN. That's nuts to really say. And I got not a single bad word to say about a single person that we worked with at Omaha/ESPN. They were flawless in execution. I really appreciate them because, going to the worldwide leader in sports, you would assume that would make, or they would try to push us to maybe change some things around the edges, but they allowed us to walk in and be ourselves, and they were complimentary to our vision and everything. So we 100% appreciate them more than anything. So if you're watching this, a part of that team, just know we like this. But again, sticking to that transparency, I'm only speaking for myself here. Obviously, the Enjoy team is there, so that means Numbers on the Board. My boy Mike, Derek, D. Mills, Maddie, who does WAG Talk. We're all a part of NBC right now. But again, so what I'm saying right now is just coming from me, Kenny Beecham. I've always set the aspirations to be as high on the NBA talking head totem pole as possible without losing who I am as a creator and without losing who I am as a ball watcher. I think it'll be a lot easier for me to climb that totem pole if I created clickbait content or I created content that I didn't love but would get eyes. That's never the route that I've ever want to go down. So when we were a part of ESPN/Omaha, they got some of the most entertaining and best on-camera personalities in all of sports. And me, a guy coming from the digital world, the YouTube world, I just felt climbing up that hierarchy, that totem pole, kind of impossible. Which would have been fine, right? If I was making good money, I had a show on ESPN too, that would have been fine. But settling and being complacent has never been something that's resonated with me as Kenny Beecham. And when we found out that Turner and ESPN were not just going to be the only rights holders to NBA games anymore, we found out that Amazon and NBC were going to get rights to the NBA. I made it a point to my representation and say, hey, I want to get a meeting at least. Right? I'm very happy in the position that I'm in, but I want to see if I mesh well with the team over there, if they were even interested in my services, right? So we booked some of these meetings. And I kid you not, from the moment I stepped foot on that campus in Connecticut for the first time in April, I was like, I have to be here. And I'm not even just saying that because I booked it. I mean, I can show you the text messages. We had meetings with a lot of people lined up. I said, no, please prioritize this spot. The team immediately embraced me with open arms. I don't want to just start naming people behind the scenes, but like they made it very clear that they were interested with my services. And this job is just like a relationship, y'all. You want to be with a partner that is interested in your services. And again, I'm not saying that Omaha/ESPN wasn't, but there was this different level of like belief in me that made me hope and think that if the contract was on the table, I want to do it. So boom, I take the meeting in April. I fly all the way out to Connecticut. I can't say all the way. It's like an hour and a half flight. It's not even that crazy. I fly out to Connecticut. And some of y'all know part of the story, but obviously y'all don't know all of it. On my way back from Connecticut, I get to LaGuardia, about to board my flight. Actually, we board the flight. We're on the tarmac to take off, and then the pilot comes up. We are on the runway for like an hour and a half. The pilot says, "Yeah, I can't take y'all up today. We got to cancel this flight because there was a bunch of tornadoes in the Midwest, and I have to get back to Chicago." So I get to the gate agent, like, yo, okay, what's the deal? When is the next flight? Am I just getting up tomorrow morning? Do I sleep in the airport and just meet y'all here? They booked my flight for 2 days in the future. So I gotta sit in New York for 2 extra days. I don't want to do that. So I drove from New York City, LaGuardia, all the way home. It was a 10.5-hour drive to get home for Chicago. And I was thinking to myself, boy, I swear, if I don't book this NBC thing and I'm doing all this for no reason, obviously we ended up booking it. But it's funny how life works because I had 10 hours to really think about the good and the bad of the meeting that I just had. Because I'll be honest with you, I'm an introverted guy. Sometimes I walk into these rooms that has a bunch of people and I not freeze up is definitely the wrong word. But in these videos, you would think that maybe I'm like the life of the party. I'm a really talkative guy, and that's not really the case. But when you're in these type of meetings, you kind of have to be that because you're pitching yourself. You put together a whole presentation. Hey, I'm Kenny Beecham. This is my company. This is why you should want me. So I have to rip it up. And I'm talking to myself on a drive like, damn, I wish I said this. I wish I'd done that. I wish I told this joke. Oh, it would have been funny if I replied there. And I'm overthinking everything. Obviously, it worked out a little bit, didn't it? Yeah, it worked out at least a little bit. So let me quickly let you know exactly what's going to be happening. What changes for you? The honest answer is not much, right? I've always prioritized YouTube as a platform for me. I always love creating content. At this point in time, y'all could probably recognize that I don't necessarily need to make content for a living. I'm just doing it because I love making content at the end of the day. That's why this channel, you might see me on a hiatus and I'll just pop back and do 8 videos in a month or in a week and a half. And, these other channels and stuff. I've always created content for fun more than anything else. So I don't need to do it, but I just really do love doing it. So the base of what I'll be doing for NBC right now, or at least the part that I can tell y'all, because there's still some stuff that I cannot talk about, is here at the Enjoy Basketball Network, we have 3 shows that have podcasts, right? We have Numbers on the Board, which is the podcast with me and the guys. You may be aware of that. We have Small Ball, which is my own personal podcast, and Pierre, one of my co-hosts on Numbers on the Board, has his own show. What we will be doing is something that we like to call the Enjoy Basketball Hour on Peacock Fast. If you don't know what Peacock Fast is, or Peacock TV, I'm sorry, or NBC Fast is, it's, the app Peacock. I'm sure you're aware of that. And they have a channel where you can watch it live. And every day from Monday through Friday, 12 o'clock Eastern to 1 o'clock Eastern. That will be the Enjoy Basketball Hour. 3 days a week as numbers on the board. 2 days a week, or 1 day a week is going to be small ball, and 1 day a week is going to be teed up. And obviously, you have the free will to do whatever you want, but I really would appreciate if you checked out some of those things on Peacock. I don't know, a place to be. If you have Peacock, obviously you're going to be able to watch these games on NBC. That's going to be, Sunday nights, Monday nights, Tuesday nights. So if you are there, you want some extra content. You want to see some podcasts, or you want to see Kenny Beecham on the big screen. That's the place to do it. That is the base of my relationship with NBC. But again, they believe in me a lot more, and hopefully I'll be able to tell you some of the other stuff that's brewing as well. But that's the base of it. And again, I'm in debt, like, to y'all, not like financially. Ooh, no, not at all. Because a lot of y'all know I was a part of Turner / House of Highlights / Bleacher Report for like 5-6 years. We had a show called Through the Wire. That show was pretty big. There was a contract on the table for me. I actually don't know how. There was a contract on the table for me to re-sign with them for $900,000. Nearly $1 million. And I said no. And the reason I said no had nothing to do with them as a company. Again, I want to make it very clear that everybody we've worked with has been great, but also recognize that the business is the business. The reason I said no to that is because it was very important for me to own the shows that I was producing, to own the shows that I was on. And when I signed on to them all these years ago, that was something I just didn't think about. So the first deal we did as a podcast was really a deal where we were making nice salaries and all. We were doing really fun content with them, but we didn't own the name of Through the Wire. And I'm trying to negotiate. So like, hey, I don't need this much money. Can we just buy our show back, but we still be under your umbrella? And that wasn't something they were really interested in at the moment in time. So what we did is we walked away from a YouTube channel with 500,000 subscribers. We walked away from a name. Y'all don't understand how hard it is to rebrand, to tell all these people that have been in love with this show that they got to go somewhere else to watch it. They got to learn a new name. They got to get used to a new intro. They got to get used to a new set. They got to get used to new producers. They got to even get used to new everything. And a lot of times when people do this, it is a death sentence for their show. So I walked away from nearly $1 million contract in order to own something that I wasn't completely sure was ever going to turn out to make me that million, the near million that I walked away from. And that's why, again, I say thank you to the Omaha team, because they took us with the blank slate, recognizing the influence that we did have, but also knowing that it's going to take some time for us to get those subscribers back up. Hell, go look at the channel right now. We're not even close to the 500,000 subscribers that we had when we left House of Highlights, right? But they took a chance on the people. NBC's taking a chance on the people. They're taking a chance on me. And that is crazy to me. I wanted to own my own business. And that business just ain't the deal with NBC. You can have as many plans, goals, aspirations, and none of that matters if you don't go out there and get it. It's not a single person that's ever worked with me across these companies that I've worked with that can say that I'm not a go-getter, that I'm not about my craft, I'm not about my work, that I'm not one of the hardest working men in this industry, because I recognize being a digital creator, you're already behind the 8 ball in this industry. Nobody's about to outwork me, y'all. Hard work, good people around you that push you to your limits, and having faith. Faith can mean different things to different people, but having faith is really important. I'm making this video in this office right now. I'm sweating because I'm so passionate about what is about to happen. I'm so passionate about the company that I'm building. And hopefully this is just the first step. This is just the announcement video, and in the years down the line, we talking about it being bigger and better. I'm saying this to the people at NBC that might be watching this video. I'm not stopping until I'm at that desk, damn it. Y'all know what desk I'm talking about. This officially starts October 20th. So hopefully if you got Peacock, if you don't have Peacock, considering getting it, because you're gonna miss NBA games if you don't, I guess. Try to tune in to the Enjoy Basketball Hour if you get an opportunity to. I would really, really appreciate it. I cannot wait to get to making content for y'all for this upcoming season. I'm watching as much basketball as I can. I'm reading as many articles as I can. I am locked in. Love you. Thank you. I don't think I can put the real music behind it, but so I'm gonna sing.
Go, everybody up here.
Changes the focus.
I think this is the last one. 3, 2, 1. Smile. Excellent. And we're good.
All cousins to the bride now. All cousins to the bride, please.
Wow.
How does it feel?
Holds a lot of points in that picture. A lot of Hall of Famers.
Yeah, of course. Oh yeah, no, because there's no place to put it.
Kenny, what's up, man? No Eagle. Good to meet you. I love all the stuff you guys do. Yeah.
What's up, family? Good to see you. How you? Congrats, bro.
I want to see your DM that I'm gonna be there.
Congrats.
Yeah.
Excited?
We still haven't announced it yet, but
Yeah, so I'm like, I didn't know nothing.
yeah.
Like, how you gonna do it?
We got a hour slot on Peacock every day.
Yeah.
And then I'm trying to work my way into.
I gotta come on the show, bro.
Please do.
Man, come on, bro.
Anytime, bro.
Anytime, whatever we want to talk about, you know I gotta come support.
That would be love, man.